Hello, I'm just doing a short video here while I wait for Jim to decide whether he wants to go out or not. I think he doesn't realize it's raining. What was it, something my mom used to say about people that don't have enough sense to get out of a good hard rain? That could be us today. Maybe he does not trust me when I say that it's raining. Well, he'll figure it out when we get outside. Well, who can blame him? It's that time of year again where one day can be 75 degrees and the next day 40. Today's one of those 40 days, I'm afraid. But anyway, we have been taking the methylene blue. I don't think I'm pronouncing it right, but something like that. You know, the blue stuff that looks kind of like Windex. And no, I'm not wearing this to celebrate. Truthfully, the stuff is so blue. Actually, I guess it started out as coloring. It looks like something, well, like something you shouldn't be ingesting. You know, you got this feeling like when you're drinking it, even though you mix it with a bunch of water, or in my case, fruit juice, you still have that feeling like you're sniffing glue as a kid or something. Not that I would know a thing about that, you understand? You feel like, what I'm saying is, you feel like you are looking at something you shouldn't even be thinking about ingesting, but somehow, if it works to make you feel better. I had a friend that once told me that, hey, he'd scrape a raccoon off of, a roadkill raccoon off of rush hour traffic and boil it up in a pan and eat it if it made the pain in his back go away. Well, all right, you know, I kind of get that. Hopefully we're not coming to that. And I know some of the examples that I give make me revealed as the true hillbilly, redneck, unsophisticated person that I actually am. Yeah, I kind of am. And politically, I can rationalize that I strongly feel that I'm on the right team by staying on the right, but we walk a fine line. I mean, there are days that I feel like we, as middle class people that aren't the wealthy, I have said this before, and I know it's a broken record, and people have corrected me and say that is not the case. But I many days feel like we don't matter anyway. That's why I did this off the grid thing. It's like there's some days where I think, man, this is just so crazy. The only thing a person can really want to do as time goes on, if there is no peace or reconciliation of the two parties, that just move the hell away off of the grid and shut it all down in your head. Well, you can't, but we're always impacted by the decisions that the leaders make. So I guess at this point I feel like I'm on the right side of things, but you know, there'll be a point where politics bores the hell out of me. I've been there before. You know, I did not become an introvert overnight. It hasn't always been this way, but I'm doing better. I'm getting out and doing stuff and not just going to the outside and grabbing the mail out of the mailbox. We do actually go walking a lot. You know, it's not that. I'm not that introverted. But anyway, and I always love hearing from people and people that stop by and say hi. Even if you want to, I always leave my phone number. More people contact me privately than they do ever through YouTube, and I definitely prefer that. Just, you know, give me a call, an email, whatever you feel like. I am often glad to hear from people, and even flattered when I get the occasional pervert, but nah, not going there. Come on, not going there. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by, and have a great day.